Welcome to Chromelution.com. I'm Stephen Burns, and in this video I want to talk about renaming your images as well as keywording for your images. Now, the way that I like to do it is give every single one of my images a unique name. Alright, and I'm going to give that unique name based on the folder that it is in. That way it'll help me to stay organized a lot better. So, for example, in this folder, the clouds 001 or the quadruple 0001, we have them organized according to the name of the folder here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to select Control A or Command A, and over here on the right hand side, I'm going to go to what's called metadata. Select the metadata. For the file name, you're going to see it's mixed. Now it's mixed because we have multiple images selected. If I go ahead and select one image, get rid of the rest of them, kind of click anywhere here, and oftentimes this isn't always release, but click the little blank area on the bottom and it releases it, and go ahead and select one image, and you will have the name of that particular file. I'm going to rename these to start with number 1 all the way until it ends. Now, there's a total of 62 images, so it should go from number 1 to number 62. So, select them all once again. Command or Control A. It says mixed. Click on the word mixed. Now, here's a little bit of a trick. Right up in here, I have the name that I used for a previous group of photographs called Oregon Falls. Now, I'm going to rename this one. Now, I can customize all of this. So if I click the drop arrow and I simply say custom name and original file number, you can also have the sequence, you have the name, you have a custom name. The one that I have here is your custom name and your sequence. So drop down, custom name and sequence, and I'm going to also go to edit. Now, what you can do with the edit is you can designate how that sequence is going to be organized. For example, by 4 zeros in front, or 1 0, or 2 zeros, or 3 zeros. I did 4 zeros in anticipation that I'm going to have tens of thousands of images in that particular category. So here you have the check mark next to the quadruple 01, and then at the top I have selected for the image name, I have file name. So these are the two that I'm really interested in. So it's right up here, custom text and the sequence text. Let's go ahead and click done. All you have to do is click insert, and it will insert that particular code into Lightroom to be applied to your thumbnail. But in this case, I'm going to have just the text and the sequence number selected. Click done. And right here in the bottom, it's going to show you what's going on. Now, it says Oregon Falls. It's not even giving me the the quadruple, or the 401. Let's go back to custom name and sequence, or back to edit. My fault. Go back to edit, and here, let's get rid of this one. Select it, hit the delete key on my keyboard. Now I want the 0001, not the default. Simply select insert. There, that's better. Now we'll go click done. Here it is, right here at the bottom. Let's go rename this one, and we're going to call this one clouds. I like to do everything in lowercase because I think it facilitates searching. Automatically it puts a dash in there. You don't need to worry about a dash, and click. There we go, and there it is, clouds the 401, 2, 3, all the way down until it becomes the 62. Okay, so that makes sense. Now let's talk about keywording for this. And you're going to do this for the renaming. You're going to do this for every single one of these categories, so that every one of them, every time you see an image, if for some reason it's out of place accidentally or otherwise, you'll know where it originally came from, or what it's associated with. Once again, peers, go ahead and command all, click on the mixed, change the clouds to peers, and make sure it's going to start at 1. Alright, and so forth. I think that makes sense. Now here I have scenics is already done for me. We've got sunsets here. I'll go ahead and do that one last time. Click the mixed, and this time I'm going to choose sunsets for the image name, and click OK. Automatically changes everything. Okay, now we want to give these keywords. Now, keywords is even more effective for organizing your images because, like I mentioned earlier, each one of the images is going to have actually one type of category or more than one type of category that you can place it into. Now, instead of the metadata, I'm going to go ahead and hit the triangle, cascade it up, and we're going to go over to keywording right over here and hit the triangle, and we're going to place our keywords right in here. I'm going to select all, Command A or Control A, and we're going to apply keywords to all of these. And the very first keyword we're going to have is the name of our folder. Then we're going to separate it by a comma. Okay, and we also, this may be given a keyword of beach, water, and let's scroll down to see what else we have here. They're all pretty similar with the exception of this one. I'm going to select one of these and select all these four on the bottom, and I'm going to give those a designation also as blue sky and a comma. Alright, so if you look right down here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in the thumbnail just a little bit. There's a little pencil mark there. Photo has keywords. The one to the left, the photo is in a collection. Alright, so just keep those in mind. It's going to give it a little visual icon here that shows you that what you've done with these particular images as you were working. Alright, so it's as simple as that. You're going to type in the keywords and you're going to place them in there. Now, all of these I would say would have sand. Maybe I want to select these up here because those down here really don't have sand in the image. And hold the shift key, select all of those. And I think I'll hit comma and sand and comma and sun. Alright, and simply hit enter on your keyboard. All of those keywords have been applied. Let's go to scenics. Select A. We're going to give that one a keyword, obviously, based on the name. Scenics. Water. Alright, now if you look right down here on the keyword suggestions, it actually puts the suggestions in here based on the keywords that you've placed in there earlier. So I can hit sand. Alright, and it even places it in there with the comma. Beach. There's some blue sky in here. Blue sky. Not quite a sunset. Maybe I'm going to put comma and put in cliffs. And maybe the location of this one, which is Los Osos. So I want a comma, Los Osos. Actually, I believe it's only, I'm not quite sure. I think there's one S in Los Osos. Okay, I'm going to keep it all lowercase, possibly. I'm a horrible speller. And those are done. So we come over to textures, Command A, make sure I have them all. Command A, I'm going to select the actual icon. And you can see that some of these have some keywords in here already. I don't want those keywords to be applied there. So I'm going to call this one texture. Alright, comma. And texture has been applied to all of these. Now, these are textures also, but these are also beaches, right? Okay, so right down here. These are also from Los Osos. And I would say cliffs can be associated with that one. And I think also I'm going to call this one rock. These here have blue sky in them, right? So I suppose I can select those and give it a blue sky designation. This one here has sand. I can select that one and actually click the sand designation. So you can see that now all keywords are being, or different types of keywords are being applied to each of these images. Right up here we have the ladder. So what I will do is I will select that one and give it ladder and wall. These are also photographed from a wall. Select them all, and I'll just actually place it in there, comma, wall. Okay, so now I think you're getting the idea here. So if I go into the root of photo 001, how do I search for this stuff? Really easy, actually. I'm going to scroll down here toward the bottom, and you have what's keyword list. Let's go ahead and cascade up keywording. And on the keyword list, it's listing all the keywords that I have associated with any or all of these images under the photo 1. So if I want to see beaches, I have 149. I click it. Right down here on the right hand side, you see the little arrow there? Click that arrow and it's only going to show beaches. And right up here, automatically you get your library filter where you can select beaches. I can select on blue sky. I can also select it up here in the library filter. Or I can select it down over here in the bottom. Right hand side, click the little arrow and we have Los Osos, Rock, Scenics. Okay, and once again, I can come right up here and select similar categories, the same categories under the keyword. I can also select according to the camera lenses. In other words, which one did I use the EF 50mm lens on? Select it and it shows up. It's reading as metadata here. Here's one that has a 100mm f2 lens. I have 7 images associated with that one. Go ahead and select it and those will show up. So you're utilizing your keywords in combination with your metadata right up in here for searching. I can go to text. I can go to the attributes. In other words, how many of these have a certain color or a certain label or rating. Okay. Or I can go to none. Alright, so I think you got a little bit of an idea. At least I hope you have a little bit of an idea of how to apply keywords, how to search by keywords, and also how to search by using your library filter to search out your attributes, your attributes or your metadata attributes. I'm Stephen Burns. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you soon.